wants to actually talk about the Scotland stuff that we couldn't talk about last night because of the embargo. Steve Clarke has explained, I guess, his decision to leave Lenny Miller out and take Tyler Fletcher. Now that we can talk about it a little bit more, what did you guys make of it? I mean, he said he couldn't sleep. He said that he is happy with his decision, though. And he says that, look, I'm here to make decisions. At the end of the day, I've made it.
He said his exact quote was, "I'm comfortable with the decision." It was me that asked him. I says, "Are you happy with the decisions you made?" Because it caused quite a bit of debate ever since Billy Gilmore went down injured. There's been a kind of flurry of big decisions. Are you happy with him? And he said that he was. What was the word that I just said? He said, "Comfortable. I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable with my decision." He then went straight into a long spiel about how difficult it's been. There's more stuff to come on this as well. Really fascinating insight and everything went on the Saturday night when it became obvious that Billy Gilmore's problem was going to rule him out of this World Cup. And then he moved on and started talking about how he had to wrestle with this decision. He knew that he was going to come in for a serious bit of fire by taking a guy who had only just turned up to make up the numbers at training and fast tracking him straight into a World Cup squad, regardless of the fact that he's only played 17 minutes of top team football at Manchester United. He knew not only was he going to take flack for doing that, but he also knew he was going to absolutely shatter 3 guys that were in his standby list for that position. And he said that he couldn't sleep. He couldn't sleep on the Saturday night because all this was whirling around his head. It was as emotional, as honest, as sort of genuine as I can remember seeing Steve Clarke at any point over the last 7 years when we've been sitting interviewing him. It was authentic. What he said was authentic. And it kind of made you realise, wow, I mean, it's okay for us to kind of throw stones and say, well, this is ridiculous and, criticise. But when he sort of took us inside how he was feeling and how he had to process the decision-making. And you could tell that it kind of kicked lumps out of him a wee bit.
I think he had to trust his own judgment, didn't he?
Effectively, kept coming back to that.
30 years in the game, I had to... No, I think I know the game. And I think that's where he was really wrestling with, because
he's obviously looking at knowing what he should do.
Aye, his instinct's telling him Tyler Fletcher for whatever reason. But he knows this is going to be the most unpopular,
and it's going to shatter the 3 boys that he knows really well and that he respects and admires and that have been part of the journey along the way. So he's basically, if you boil it down, I probably think he's effectively saying that he's going on a hunch with Tyler Fletcher. I would add into that as well. It could be more than that. I think there might well be an element of he knows that Jack Fletcher is in between decisions. He's looking at going to England's under-19s. Well, his twin brother is going to a World Cup, and there might be an element.
His twin brother, who's supposedly behind him. Do you know what I mean? Mm. Tyler Fletcher's supposedly behind. Jack.
Yeah. So Jack Fletcher's meant to be. But look, they're young boys. You never know how development's going to go. But Jack Fletcher does seem to be the sort of more highly rated of the two. And Steve Clarke could effectively be getting a twofer here. If Jack looks at what his brother's doing and thinks, why am I playing under 19? He's playing at a World Cup. So maybe there's an element of that comes into it as well.
It's a very good point.